Hey, what's going on? Aaron Chen here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out Kyle's Worm Farming for Profit. Okay, so this is an interesting program, and we're going to review the full program, and you can decide for yourself whether or not you want to invest into the program and maybe make some money by actually selling worm poop as fertilizer to organic farmers, right? So this is a very interesting program. I actually have done lots of reviews on all sorts of different money-making programs. This is the first time I'm actually reviewing a worm pooping program, but I think it's very, very cool. Okay, so basically what this is all about is there's a guy called Kyle, right? He's the creator of this program. And this program is available on ClickBank. It's got a 60-day refund policy, which is pretty cool because most programs don't have such a long refund policy. But if you want to learn how to make a little bit of money online and you are interested in perhaps selling worm poop as basically organic fertilizer, then basically his Worm Farming for Profit actually teaches you how to do that. Okay, so essentially what you're doing is you are creating worms. You're building worms in an organic setting, and once you get your worm farm up to a certain amount, you can basically create something called worm tea. Okay, so worm tea is basically taking the worm poop and mixing it with sterilized water and some other ingredients as well, and you can basically sell that by the gallon to organic farmers for them to use in their compost. That's kind of how it works, right? So you're helping other people to create some very powerful organic fertilizer, which is very cool in today's world. And once you get up to a certain level of worms, and while your worms are growing, you can basically make $25 per gallon, and on average you can sell about 10 gallons per week. So roughly you can make between $500 and $1,000 with your little worm farm. Okay, that's kind of how it works. So again, it's not designed to make you rich or a millionaire overnight. It's nothing like that. It's just allowing you to create a little bit of extra income by creating a little worm farm. And you can kind of sub your worm farms out to organic farmers, and you can create this worm tea fertilizer, which helps to build the composting for organic farmers. All right, and again, you're looking to make about $500 to $1,000. As you build your farm, obviously you can make more, but it is a bit of a process, and you're gonna have to kind of go through that. Okay, so the cost of this program is $147. It's a video program, so lots of support, lots of video training, lots of pictures. Kyle's done a very good job of doing the training. So it just depends on who you are and whether you're interested in building something like this. This is a very interesting way of creating some extra income on the side. It's not your typical mainstream way, I would say, of building extra income. And the thing is that it's not a ton of extra income. It's a little bit of extra income, $500 to $1,000 a month. It is quite a bit of work. You got to get your hands dirty, because remember, you are cultivating worms. That's essentially what you're doing. So you're working with compost, you're working with soil, you're working with worms. So it just depends on you and whether this is something that you would like to do. There's nothing wrong with the program. It's a great worm building program. And you're going to be able to generate a little bit of extra money on the side with it. But the question is do you want to get into the worm business, right? That's just the thing. Okay, I mean, they've got a good price, $147, great refund policy, 60 days, so there's nothing wrong with the program. It's just whether or not you want to actually get into worm farming, and whether $500 to $1,000 a month extra is enough for you to get into a program like this. That's really the question that you need to ask, right? Because honestly, in this day and age, an extra $500 to $1,000 isn't that much money, right? That's not life-changing income. You could do that freelancing on websites like Fiverr. It's very easy to do that. You could freelance, data analysis. You could become a virtual assistant. You could do some translation work. You can do some voiceover work. I mean, it's very easy. You can do some data entry, and it's very easy to get to $500 to $1,000 extra, and you don't have to get your hands dirty. This is the gig economy that we're living in. So it just depends on what you want to do. But if you want to check out Worm Farming for Profit out, and you're interested in this type of thing where you're more interested in cultivating and farming and dealing with worms, then it's a great program. One of the rare cool little programs in this space that you can check out. If you want, you can just head to shoestringstartups.com to check out Kyle's Worm Farming for Profit, okay? But if you're here watching this video right now, maybe you want to make a bit more, maybe $500 to $1,000 extra a month is not enough for you, maybe you want to make $5,000 to $10,000 extra a month, right? And if you're on this website right now, there are actually tons of ways, like I mentioned earlier, on how you can very easily generate, at least $500 to $1,000 a month extra online. You don't even have to really get your hands dirty. You do have to do the work, of course, but again, if you would like to earn a little bit more, $5,000 to $10,000 or more per month, then I would love to show you how to do that, because that's what I do. That's what I teach people how to do. I've got a free 6-figure workshop if you would like to check it out. All you need to do is just click below, register for that workshop, all right? And then once you're registered, make sure you check your email and your spam folder, because sometimes the registration ends up in the spam folder. Go ahead and click on that and then watch the training, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly how I've been able to build my income 100% online. Don't have to get your hands dirty like farming with worms. Obviously, it's a completely different thing. But again, the income potential is much, much higher because you're really leveraging the power of the internet. So whatever you decide though, I hope you enjoyed this review of worm farming for profit. And I wish you all the best. Hope to see you in another video and on the workshop. Take care.